I'm no salesman. Fuck, I'm not even a podcaster. But what I am is a man with balls. And when I want to trim my balls, I use the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. And if you want to use the same, Sheriff Show at manscaped.com for 20% off. That's code Sheriff Show, SHERIFFSHOW at manscaped.com for 20% off, plus free shipping. Summer's approaching, and guys, there's no point going into the gym and busting your arse in the gym, forgetting muscles and covering them up with fucking chest hair. Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0, shave that right off, have the sun glistening off those pecs. A Greek Adonis. Manscaped. Women also, because some women now have balls, so you can fucking get them shaved as well with the Lawnmower 4.0. Remember, code Sheriff Show for 20% off. That's code Sheriff Show. I'm Killian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi, with Darren Connell, as always. I was just talking there, I need to improve. I was going to try and, what would be like acceptable, because after last week you said to me afterwards, the way I was dancing to the intro, you could tell I'm someone that's never taken a necky.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy that that's the case, that it was so evident. So how should I have been nodding to it or dancing to it?
Well, this is what we're going to do during this episode. I've got a sandwich bag full of ecstasy.
I was wondering why you were fucking kept offering me a sandwich. Yeah.
I like your jumper, by the way.
That. This jumper is first time wearing it. I should say I'll move the microphone.
Ironically, you do look like you've took an Eckie now. Very, very smart one.
Nice Irish Pelador is the name of them. They also do a Inter Milan one with remember the Pirelli tire.
Yeah.
Thing with that design. Very, very nice.
Is this a hashtag ad?
No, this is just a hashtag shout out.
Trending.
But I should stop. Maybe I should stop giving such free shout outs like that.
Yeah.
And save them for insert ad there. Thank you. Yeah, it's a very nice jumper. First time wearing it. I think I just said that. Yeah, thank you. Thank Pelador.
You look very hipstery.
I'm feeling hipstery with the sizing of it.
Yeah. You look like you're going to say, "Can I have a Capri Sun, man? I've got a hangover."
Capri Sun, the drink of champ for hangovers. Weird. That's a weird. And also, Capri Sun never really marketed itself as that. They put their marketing into the wrong age group there, I think.
Yeah, it's aimed at children, but Glaswegian alcoholics drink it.
Capri Sun and the Solero.
Oh, man. Do they still make them?
Solero,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking it earlier soon about Glaswegians, and this feels like something that it's quite an old and repetitive thing that people have said about it. So tell me if it is. But I always feel like Glasgow's like, people like to always want to show off money they have in the clothes they wear or the cars they drive. But then in the same breath, love showing off how rough it is that they're from, how rough an area it is that they're from. you know what I'm trying to say there?
I see what you're saying.
I know that the second bit about people like boasting about how rough their area is. That's people have always talk about that and make jokes about that.
Yep.
But has it been linked in with the irony of also a lot of them trying to show off with clothing and cars and stuff? And
I get what you're saying.
yeah,
I can give you examples if you want.
yeah, would love that.
Well, I'm clearly showing off with my clothes.
Peacocking and that.
It's like Bill Gates. I'm cutting
Your
about-
norm coring, isn't it?
Aye. It reminds me of people in Bishop Briggs. They'll have like 4-bedroom houses with extensions and stuff,
Yeah.
and they'll drive about in their big fancy cars, but they'll also be like, I grew up in Easterhouse.
Yeah.
Aye. No bother
Your
me.
shout out Easter House.
Is that not just drug dealers?
Aye, basically. It's my dad.
Your dad again.
Aye.
Sheriff show with Lewis Capaldi with Darren Connell with his dad.
Aye. My dad's like a really nice person as well.
Watched your show there. I was telling you, really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
You were dealing with the heckler very nicely, and then you just got too much.
Did you see the change in me though? Did you see me in Mr. Nice Guy comedian, and then he said something?
Then I knew enough was enough.
The eyes changed.
Yeah.
This is why I dress like this.
The inner bouncer came out.
Yeah. I sent Killian my stand-up special
Oran
from
Moore.
the Oran Moore
More and more, yeah.
What did you make
Available
on my Patreon.
on his...
Patreon.com/straight white whale.
Straight away, will.
Kelly, what did you make his outfit?
Oh, the dress. I was surprised it stayed on for the full show, considering you went to the effort of taking off the wig. I was kind of thinking, why keep the dress on? Because it looks like you had a nice shirt on underneath, dressed up nicely
Yeah.
underneath.
I had a really
got to
nice
see it.
shirt from Finiston Clothing.
Yeah.
Really trendy, like it was £100, and I just ruined it by putting a fucking dress over the top of it. But I sent it to Cy Ferry as well, and Simon Donnelly also asked for it. Sent it to
Yeah.
Simon Donnelly. Sorry for name dropping.
Need to start sending it out to more people in exchange for money.
That's not the only former Celtic like I don't want to make you jealous,
Yeah.
but he's my
Well,
best
the other
mate.
two are Celtic legends.
Yeah, Simon Donnelly's my best mate.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay. I was supposed to play golf with him last summer.
he's not my best mate.
Is he? I was just about to say, is he actually?
I know, I seen you suck that, and I forget that you're not a stand-up comedian and you're taking everything I say at face value.
Yeah.
I have sent it to him. He's a nice guy. Shout out to Simon Donnelly.
That can't be the class of jokes to be a comedian.
Yeah, well, I know.
Joke about being friends with people.
Yeah,
You're better than that. I saw the show. You're better than that.
So-
That was
Look at you getting jealous.
no bastard. I was gonna say he was rubbish. Golf on the golf day. He didn't show up. He had a sore back apparently. Yeah, Lewis couldn't make it here today. I forgot to say. Just didn't even bother giving a reason. Just said sorry, can't, mate. I was saying earlier to someone that how did it all come about with him being on the podcast, being a co-host, and I was saying it's just more of a form of manifestation, and I'm just kind of, without actually ever being in touch to say let's do this, I've just said that it's happening in the hope that it manifests into it.
Or you'll
Going well.
You'll get a lawyer's letter. Stalking.
Either of them will be a success.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else.
See it?
No, I can't.
You're going to end up getting accusations of bullying him, I think.
Be cancelled. I done a thing. Did you see the podcast I done back in Ireland
I've seen the clips.
a week or two ago? Very clip heavy, and they one of them was, so afterwards my friend was talking to me about saying, oh, you know, like it was mad listening to the stories. Shout out Jamie. It was mad listening to all the stories like from your career in those other countries and stuff. And he's like, sometimes I just think about it and it's mental. And then I was like, yeah, there was so many stories that I was like about to say, and then I would go on to the next thing or whatever. So I wasn't able to tell them. And one of them was when I was in Bulgaria, and I wanted to go. It was after my first season didn't go well, due to me probably not living right, would be the best way in saying it. And I came back after the summer, and I wanted to come back to Scotland, St Johnstone on loan, and the club wanted me to sign a clause in my contract saying if I didn't play, I think it was 50% of the games on loan, my wages would be halved. And I was saying, like, my agent was like, look, he's not changing his contract. That won't be happening. So either let him go on loan or he's happy to stay here for another season. So I'm sitting there like, sure about that? I don't know if I am happy to sit here. And I was like, no, I'd be confident I won't get injured, I'll play. But he was adamant, look, nothing's happening. You never know what can happen. That clause isn't going in. So I knew you're having to start like bluff that I'm happy to stay here for another season. And then it was in with the president, and over there the presidents at the time, it was these two brothers, I think, they'd show up in like 3 or 4 G-Wagons and then have about 4 or 5 security guards with them, all like with carrying guns on them as well.
Why?
A little bit for show of strength, and also maybe they needed it. And so I'm in this meeting with them, like kind of a little bit intimidating as well. And he was like, okay, if he's going to stay here, we have some conditions. I'm thinking, what kind of conditions can they put on me to stay here, like as I am? And he's like, he's going to have to wear a tag. I'm like, what do you mean a tag? You know, like on the foot. We need to know where he is all the time. And he just started laughing, and he was like, well, if you think the clause isn't happening, that's 100% not happening. So that's why I was saying I maybe wasn't living as I should have been living. And they wanted me to wear a fucking tag to monitor me.
But to stop you from going
so
from
they'd know
nights out?
20, so they'd know where I was 24 hours. Because it was said I was going out too much. Because I went over there with the same attitude I had here. So like here, if you play Saturday and you play the following Saturday, you can go out Saturday night. Or if I had a day off the next day, like you'd be able to go out, have a good night out. And no one really would say anything. Like
Tuesday, Saturday, wasn't it?
Huh?
That was Tuesday, Saturday. Was it traditional for football players because they'd get a Wednesday off?
For the younger ones, yeah. And so when I first went over there, like if we'd played a game, won the game, go out, celebrate, have a good night, come home at it's like 3 or 4 in the morning or whatever. I remember the first time the manager having a meeting, he was like, oh, we've heard reports of players coming home in taxis at like 4 in the morning. So I'm sitting in thinking, oh, okay, I wonder who that is. Meanwhile, it was about me. And then it was like, after a few times, then they're like, look, this can't be like this. And then that's when, yeah, in their eyes, it was that bad that they were like, you need to wear a tag.
Like a prisoner?
A tag, like a prisoner's tag, yeah.
Fuck's sake, man.
A geyser tag.
Amazing. You're out like killing homeless people at night time and stuff. That was a joke.
Allegedly. I knew it's okay. I knew that was a joke. I've learned from the first one.
How amazing is that
learner.
though? Like you're out that much, people are like, you need to wear a tag.
No, but for them, I was out that much.
Mm.
Like from here, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But over there, it's just because it was like such a totally different culture. And because it was like, in my mind, what I was doing here was normal and that's the way it was to be done. I was like, well, fuck yous. I'm not, like, everything should be the way it is back in Scotland, back in the UK. Instead of going over like with a bit of an open mind and being like, okay, I hear you. I'm willing to change my ways. I'll cut it back a bit. Just don't give me any shit about it.
What to track you on their iPhone? Where's Kelly? Like this guy, I've got a picture of this guy in like a hot tub with security. Like, give me my phone. Where's Kelly? Shagging his missus at night, like 2 a.m. Like, where's Sheridan? There he's in a nightclub.
He's in Domino's.
Yeah, mental.
Can you get Guinness? Did you get Guinness over there?
I wasn't a big Guinness drinker then.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have, yeah. There was Guinness available along with other beverages.
Yeah.
Shout out Guinness.
Yeah.
Did I mention on this I emailed Guinness asking them to be a sponsor? Oh no, I posted it. That's what I done. Like I posted the message. It was a kind no. They got back to me. They said that they've currently allotted all of their all of their sponsorship has been allotted to their budget for the year has been all done and sorted. But thank you for the offer. But it's a no.
Fair enough though, getting back.
Yeah, nice of them. Classy organisation. So yeah, it was actually Diageo and not Mr. Arthur Guinness
I was
himself.
going to say, it wasn't Arthur Guinness.
No,
They sent
no.
you back a message for the 1700s or whatever. he was
No,
alive.
so that's yeah, but that's where that's where we're aiming. So once enough people support by helping out with the Manscaped one. Also, shout out Barry Maguire, who used the code, got himself the performance package.
Sheriff Show 20.
Sheriff Show 20, yeah.
Cheers, Barry.
But it'll
Do you know Barry?
but he plays at Dundee.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get the rest of the lads in on it. Just looking at them and I'm like, boys, summertime's coming up. Come on. No point going to the gym.
In the shower, like that.
Yeah.
Your balls need that ball toner.
Yeah. Just looking at them. Take care of yourself, man. So yeah. Thanks to those who have used it, and to those who haven't, please go and support the podcast. It's, will help out a lot. What have you been up to for the week?
So I was recovering from a cold and I feel okay now. In the last week.
And how did you recover from the cold?
My body's incredible.
Did you do anything? Feel
Manscaped
better
shave.
from getting a cold? No, did you go into more cold?
Cold water dipping, yeah. That was a really terrible Manscaped advert. Shaved my tits. Yeah, I went for a couple of cold dips and it was good fun.
Yeah, nice.
Good fun, mate. I've not been training. I normally like to train. I've not been training for over a year. So I feel like jumping into the water has gave us a wee boost.
And you were saying then it wasn't COVID. COVID's making a bit of a comeback.
It is, mate.
Heard it here first.
The comeback tour.
Part 2.
COVID 23.
Yeah. COVID's revenge.
Yeah. COVID's revenge. Have you been? I watched a show yesterday. Started it yesterday. It's called Jury Duty. Have you seen it? No. So it's about they make a full fake trial. Everyone in it is actors. The judge, all the jury, except for one guy, and he thinks it's a documentary on a trial and a jury. So everyone is in on it, except this one guy.
This one guy.
It's class. So funny.
I'll need to watch it. I've not
Good,
seen it.
yeah. Jury Duty.
Is that an English show? Scottish?
American, yeah. Very good.
So is it like a public prank thing?
It's a maybe a 7 or 8 episode long prank. I'm yet to get to the end when presume he finds out.
Yeah.
If he hasn't found out and he's watching, it was a joke. It was all a prank. That wasn't a real case.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's good. Well, there's the guy James Marsden, who, when you see him, you'll recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it, and he kind of like obviously plays himself in it. But yeah, not really good.
I'll check it out.
What
So I
type of
recommend-
case is it? Is it like a murder case? Is it a serious case?
No, it's like a little stupid. I say it's stupid. It's a woman suing a worker over like something that's happened in the work. It's like
Right.
almost like a claims court. Not a small claims court, but it's a thing. Don't want to give too much away. She dies. No.
He's 15 year into a 40-year sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd recommend that.
Have you seen Cocaine Bell?
Yeah.
How fucking good is Cocaine Bell?
I was watching it with Jodie, and she was screaming laughing. Like, thought it was one of the funniest films she's seen in ages. When I saw the ad for it and the posters, I was thinking, surely that's a piss take. And then I went on and saw the trailer for it. I was like, oh shit, it's a full on like proper studio film.
Gore horror movie?
And then,
Yeah.
have you watched it?
I thought it was a piss take as well, mate. I'm not going to lie. Even when I was seeing the tweets about
Yeah,
it, I thought
yeah.
it was a fake trailer. And then I seen, what's the guy's name that passed away?
Ray Liotta?
Really?
I seen him in it, and I was like, that's looking good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was funny.
I really enjoyed it.
And then I was thinking, like, how do they get a full film out of this? But
They did, man.
they managed it.
Very silly.
They managed it.
Very, very silly.
But the actual gore in it's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Some of the bits where you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, spoiler alert, the bit where she comes flying out the back of the ambulance. Her
Oh
face
yeah,
like-
on the
Aye.
yeah on the ground.
Must have been good coke.
I thought it was a documentary about a Rangers fan. Sorry.
Or, no, I'm not going to.
What were you going to say? Somebody at Pipeworks.
Aye, basically.
Cocaine
Pipeworks.
addicted gay man.
What was that?
Was Pipeworks?
Who wants to
I think I
explain
have a
it to him?
feeling. I think I know now after you said that.
Who
Okay.
wants to explain it to Killian what
Okay.
Pipeworks is?
Moving on.
Young, innocent Killian.
Aye. Aye. You'll live to your 100.
If you want, you can tell me afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take you. I'm gone.
I wondered why you had to get off for 6:30.
Aye. Talking about silly films, are you a fan of a silly film?
Yeah, but I've found my humor for silliness has changed over the years. Like that, I noticed you just found Nathan Fielder.
Yes.
You just discovered him.
Yes.
One of my friends, the same friend, Jamie, sent me a screenshot of your thing. So he follows you now, obviously.
Oh, cool.
And he said disappointed. Screenshot of that, and he said very disappointed in him.
that I didn't know.
That you didn't know him, yeah.
Do you know, I obviously know who it is because I've seen some of his clips.
Okay, yeah.
But I've never watched the show.
The shows.
But I seen one of the clips online and I actually got quite emotional watching it. And I was like, that guy's a genius.
That one that you posted of.
Yep.
I love you, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I can't believe I'm crying.
So did you see a show before, Nathan, for you?
I don't know. Because see the one when he had the police officer in the court and he's like, today I'm going to...
Oh, okay, no, so I don't think that's...
Right, okay.
Nathan for you is like a business show where he goes on as if he's this business expert and he just gives these like outrageous consultations to businesses to be like, I think you should try and do this. And it's unreal. He's a genius.
Yeah. Is it
So
on
that's why,
Netflix?
sorry. So see my tweet to you, you didn't get the joke.
No. What did you say?
I said, because you were asking who is this, and I said Nathan Fielder to me, but as a fellow comedian,
Ah, okay.
it's just Nathan for you.
Right, okay. And I just said I loved you.
Yeah, said you loved him and you love me. Yeah, I know a few people got it and liked it.
Yeah. I'll need to check him out. Is it on Netflix or Amazon?
Nathan, for you, I think it's Comedy Central. I don't think it's on
HBO.
Netflix.
I'll get it on YouTube.
I just had a wee look up, and he's like me. Season 2 is that? That's just come out.
Tim Robinson, do you know him?
Is that, what's his show called again?
I Think You Should Leave.
Is that the guy that was a SNL writer and he left?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Like that's the kind of humor I like now.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was younger, I probably would have hated it.
Yeah, they're really similar to each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nathan and-
Like kind of out there, kind of obscure off the wall comedy.
Mm-hmm.
That Tim Robinson is.
Link me up with some stuff and I'll watch later.
I Think You Should Leave.
I Think You Should Leave is hilarious, by the way. It's so good.
Unreal, isn't
It's
it?
unbelievable. But
His-
that what I said was on HBO is called The Rehearsal with that Nathan Fielder.
Oh, that's his new one, yeah.
But he's hilarious.
I haven't
like,
seen it. I haven't seen
HBO posted HBO posted the advert for season 2, and then the next day he posted a screenshot of their shares going up by 4%. That's genius.
That's probably his business brain from Nathan for you coming in there. Huh?
I'll check him out. Funny guy. Has
I was-
he ever done a gig at the Oranmore though?
Dressed up as Betty White.
Sorry, but
I got into Golden Girls for a while.
Yeah.
Good little show. Jodie liked it.
Yeah, it's a good. It's
She's just something to put on in the background.
yes.
All the girls. Gloria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Nice little-
found it
Nice little
entertaining.
background show to have on.
Yeah.
Weirdly popular amongst Glaswegians. Like, see, when I was growing up, everybody watched the Golden Girls.
Do you like it?
I don't really remember it. I remember the theme tune, and I remember the sort of, it was about old women, but I don't really remember the actual context of the show.
2 out of 3 isn't bad in a room. That was that wrestling clip you shared. It was so funny going through all the percentages.
I'm obsessed with this guy. Scott Steiner. We'll talk about him. Scott Steiner, mate. An American wrestler that cuts a promo, but he's one of those guys that you don't know where the wrestler and the man begins and ends. So he's cutting this promo and it just descends into madness, and the wrestlers around him are even like what
It's a
is
piss
happening?
take.
No, mate, he's not taking the piss. He stumbles his words and it just descends into fucking chaos.
I find it hard to believe that it's not a piss take.
Do you know?
It's too funny, and he talks so fluently through it that it has to be.
Have you watched any of these other ones?
No, so that's why I can't really.
Hilarious, mate.
But if I'm just going off that, I'm like, that's genius. Like it got so outrageous that it was so funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
Might be even put a wee clip to it here. Although it's a little long, isn't it?
It's about 3 minutes, I think.
Oh,
It's
what's it called?
Scott Steiner Maths.
Scott Steiner Maths.
Steiner Maths, it's
Scott
called.
Steiner Maths. Steiner Maths.
I've WhatsApped mate. I've WhatsApped. Do you know how obsessed I got on it? I sent my mum it and I was like, what do you think of that? And she was like, that was very funny. I was like, brilliant.
Ah, nice. That's the litmus test.
Aye.
For if you can share it around if other people will find it funny.
Remember one time somebody put on Twitter, what happens when you OD on cocaine, and somebody posted a Macho Man Randy Savage promo?
I meant to talk about it at the start of this. I was going to talk about the last episode with Sai. That was very good and funny and enjoyable. But I felt like a few times I tried to be, I don't know, it was afterwards I was saying I felt a bit weird where there was sometimes I was trying to ask him too serious questions that were too serious, just for the sake of this feels like what I should be doing here. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I asking these questions, trying to, like, everyone's seen how these episodes are, how the show is. I don't know why. I panicked.
It's all right, mate. We were talking about like bell ends and stuff, and then
All that was good. And then I was like, so do you have this different perspective on managers?
Yeah.
The journalist then you came out.
I know. It's,
What's it like
gutted
working
at
with
that
Danny
afterwards.
McGrain? As he's like, Bellend into the camera.
I done a podcast there for the Celtic View.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you
I
get?
hope I just spoke over what he said there, did I? At the very end of it.
No.
That's okay.
No, you go. What was I saying?
Did you shout out?
No,
Sheriff
so
show?
yeah, so but one of the questions was which I was trying to get some funny stories, and so I asked some of your former teammates if they could tell me any funny stories about you or something funny that we can share on here. So I'm just going to give you a little clue here, and it says Danny McGrain's jeans. So I'm thinking Danny McGrain's jeans. I'm trying to think of it so to give them a good story, and I'm like, sorry, no, I've no idea Danny McGrain's jeans. And then I started to get a picture in my head of who he's asked. So he's conceded I don't know what he's talking about, and he goes, yeah, it says stains on Danny McGrain's jeans. I started laughing. I was like, who did you ask? And he goes, Cy Ferry.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I knew straight away. I was like, nah, he's taking the piss there. He's obviously, the guys phoned him up, and so I was like, oh yeah, ask him about the stains on Danny McGrain's jeans or something.
What was the story?
Which is it's a made up. It never happened. It's just Cy saying.
Maybe that could be the TikTok for this week. We make up a story about stains on Danny McGrain's jeans.
I didn't want to disrespect Danny McGrain too much.
Yeah, plus he's a wee bit old, isn't he now? So he could have stains.
But
on
hey,
his
we're
shoes.
not ageist here.
Exactly.
He might have a wee leak happening.
Yeah. Sorry, Danny. I love you.
That's my former coach.
I love Danny as well, man.
I love
Celtic legend.
Yeah. Best right back in the world.
I never actually realised how big of a legend he was.
He's the right.
Probably still is, as in terms of like, obviously not a legend in like world football, but he would have been like a world class.
Yeah, I think at the
Right
time,
back,
who was it? There was somebody had put a quote. There's like a quote for somebody super famous at the time saying
Tom Cruise.
No, no, football player for like Danny McGrain's generation, and they were asked like, who's the best right back, and he was like Danny McGrain, and it was so out of fucking nowhere.
Really, yeah.
Because it was like, I don't know, like an English, like a Man United player or something.
Yeah.
I think it was Pele, mate. Genuinely, it was somebody
something
like
like that. Something crazy.
Rio Ferdinand has said his favourite player was Paul McStay growing up.
That's right.
Brilliant.
Weird.
Fuck, I remind. Oh yeah, no, the TikTok video. I think I thought of a good one.
Okay.
Now that tends to be a bit of a curse and jinxes it, but I was washing my hands the other day and I thought a good one, like I do every day, all day, and I was thinking, I don't know for what reason I done it, but I just put the soap on straight to my hands and started rubbing, and then put them under the tap. I'm presuming you all wet your hands first and then put the soap on. So I was thinking of saying, if you don't, the correct way to wash your hands is to actually apply soap directly to your hands without any water. Because once you put water on it and it mixes in before you wash it, it dilutes the soap. And then you end up not washing your hands at all. So all your life you've been washing your hands wrong. Or is it a little bit too niche, maybe?
That sounds quite complicated.
It could be.
You know, like one of those things where you intro it like you won't believe. Like we've been washing our hands wrong all our life.
Yeah, like what do you call this on Twitter? And people are like a bap, and everybody's like, it's a fucking roll and it just splits.
Okay,
Maybe the hand
yeah.
washing. Or, I watched a clip of somebody where it was how do they wipe their arse, and it went viral.
Yeah.
So it could
Well,
be
this might go viral, but since I got injured and I couldn't when I had the big boot on and I had to sit, and it was more so when I was in crutches and in the cast and I literally couldn't stand up on 2 feet. I was forced into a sit down wipe.
back to front.
Yeah.
That's what I do constantly, mate.
All your life.
No, just maybe the last 10 years.
I'm the last 2 months. Recently converted
I'm like a fucking
To-
surgeon.
to sit down wipes.
I get ridiculed for that, honestly. I said that on a podcast and get absolutely rinsed.
Because a lot of people, yeah, it is.
Wait a minute, you stand up to wipe your ass.
I used to.
That's the norm. People
No, it's-
stand up and go
You don't think it is?
front to back on the
Well,
wipe.
Standing up,
Uh-huh.
there's just something quite, I don't know about. Seems vulnerable.
For audio listeners, Darren is standing up wiping his arse.
He's trying to mimic it. He's like, how does this work? But no, I do a sit down wipe, going back to front. And the whole thing that I was getting rinsed for, they were like, do you not get it all your balls? And like, no. Like, no. Like, you don't get it. Well, I mean, first of all, if there's enough for it to smear all over your balls, like, what you doing with your life? What is your diet like?
Yeah.
But also, I'm like a fucking surgeon getting me a scalpel, man, getting that clean. Get that to fuck.
Yeah, so yeah.
Wait,
That is
I'm a
contemplating life.
I'm a sit down wiper. Also, recently, since I got older, I do a lot more sit down peas.
Yeah.
yeah, I like a sit down pee. Makes me think about you washing the hands situation. Why are people not washing their willies after you do a pee?
I mean, you could say, why don't you wash after doing loads of stuff?
That's true.
Um,
But you could wash it. I'm not saying put soap over it, but you could, wet it.
one thing that does one thing that does help. One thing that does help in cleaning down there is if there's no hair in your way. Brilliant.
Manscaped.com/ no code.
Manscaped.com. Code Sheriff Show. I'll have the ad in this anyway, won't I? So I'm just
but-
adding on little bits. Can never have too much. Never have too much promo. Shout out Manscaped. The TikTok video on hand washing. I think it's a runner. There was one suggested to me. Again, Jamie. And he was pushing hard for me to do this one. But he was saying about getting in on the whole capitalizing on the Ronaldo Messi debate and saying Ronaldo, everyone in Saudi Arabian League, they're all in on it. And they're letting Ronaldo score these goals to get his stats and goals numbers, so it's going to be higher than Messi by the time they both retire.
That's a good one. You could say, somebody that I played at former clubs now
He
playing.
was saying like an uncle or a cousin's uncle or something like
Right.
this was an agent and brokering the deal, and apparently
Right.
over there they're all in on it.
That's a good one.
But I'm also a little bit afraid of burning any bridges potentially in the future
With Ronaldo?
in football.
Oh.
And sorry, getting quite sidetracked here. When I was talking to Sai and I asked him about the different or being funny and stuff, and then trying to be taken seriously, and then he was talking about how he loses a match and then trying to like be laughing and joking on the podcast. What I meant was, what I was going to get into was, like, for me, if I wanted to in the future go in and work in football in whatever role, like outside of managing, maybe at the boardroom level or office or whatever in the football world, that I need to kind of, how silly can I be here and still be taken seriously in the future? Which was one of my questions.
I mean, I don't know if this is something that happens in Ireland. I'm sure Darren is going to back me up here. But some of the biggest psychopaths I've ever met in like a Glasgow scheme are like the guys that are pure jokey, but then they just flip. And there's like a sort
Yeah.
of coldness of like... I remember, this is a popular one. Do you ever have this happen to you, Darren, where somebody would make a joke and then you'd laugh and they go, what you fucking laughing at?
It's maybe it's the same thing. If you're like in a group and you make a joke about me, taking the piss out of me, and you're laughing, and then Darren laughs, and then I'll be like, why are you laughing?
Except with like a lock back knife.
Aye.
What you think that's funny? Yeah. So that's a long-winded way of questioning doing the Saudi Arabia one. I mean, I'm being very optimistic that it's going to go that viral.
Yeah.
I think we'll go with it, will we?
It's an original idea. People love Ronaldo. I would go for it.
Okay. Decided.
I would go for that
Yeah.
as well. Because it's such a contentious, like, Ronaldo versus Messi. And everybody... Aye.
So
I think it's great.
Why don't you try and shoehorn yourself into there? Like my agent from my Dundee agent.
No, if you ask me about who do I prefer, Messi or Ronaldo,
All right, okay.
and I'm going to say I like Ronaldo better. I think Messi's obviously a better player.
You ever played against any of the two of them?
Both of them, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, Man United.
Man United.
Aye, for
and
Celtic
then
and...
Argentina with Messi and Barcelona.
So you played against Messi twice?
3 times. Well, twice.
That's class,
Two times for against Barcelona, and then 1 time against Argentina. That was one of the things, and it never gets enough air. My stomach never gets said enough. So that game I played against Argentina. Oh, we can clip this. My game against Argentina, the night before. So I started the game again. First international game at the new Aviva. Robbie Keane's 100th cap. Messi was obviously playing, and the night before, I played an under 21s game, like 65 minutes or 60 minutes for Ireland under 21s, and then the next day started against Argentina.
What?
Yeah.
Who was it Trapattoni?
Yeah. Shane Long and Kevin Doyle, I think, pulled out with injuries. Like Kevin Doyle might have been a 50-50 at night or like that evening, and pulled out, and started the next day against Argentina.
Amazing.
So that's like a serious clip.
That was a
We're
good,
going to turn that into a
that'll be a
serious
good clip.
Right.
I always struggle to get clips after them.
How does it make you feel that you know Robbie Keane and stuff, and now you're sitting here with me?
I don't really know Robbie Keane too well. I know you better than I know Robbie Keane.
Yeah.
I fucking love you, man.
It means a lot.
Right, ask me about Ronaldo, Messi.
Right, so
I think you should start it by going, you've played against both Ronaldo and Messi. Who's your favourite?
Nice, yeah. Suck them in. They'll
You
think
can
this
be
is
like
serious.
Messi or whatever and blah, blah, blah. This is serious. And then boom, hit them with a, I've heard a rumour, for. So
good to go.
No, because I don't know what's my link? I'm going to go Ronaldo, Messi. Actually, yeah, by the way, my uncle, will I go with my uncle again?
Yeah. Let's go for
My uncle overheard the meeting my uncle overheard them
You could
having
say
the
like
meeting.
my uncle's an agent
Okay.
because that's believable. You're a football player, but like, my uncle's an agent, and he was in the room and he heard the meeting. And,
Yeah,
right,
okay.
So let's go for it.
So because it's for TikTok, should I be like, so I know that you played against? Right, okay, let's go. So I know you've played against Ronaldo and Messi, but who do you prefer?
I actually prefer Ronaldo. Like, I like Ronaldo more, but I think Messi's a better footballer, kind of clearly and obviously. But it's actually weird now. My uncle, who's an agent, he was actually within earshot of the meeting to actually take Ronaldo over to Saudi Arabia. And apparently the whole league is kind of in on it. That it's not like they're letting him score, but the whole thing behind it all is for Ronaldo to get as many goals as he can over there, so that at the end of it, his stats, when the two of them retire, he'll have the higher stats. And it's basically all like it's a big thing. Everyone's in cahoots over there to kind of get Ronaldo as many goals as he can.
That's good, man. That's so
That's
good.
a belter.
That's so good.
See, when you said earshot, I was like, that's a fucking belter.
Aye, man, that's gonna
get some bites.
that's 100% gonna get bites, man. That should go on Twitter and everything, I think.
That's getting some.
Get that everywhere.
Yeah. Shout out Jamie. R.I.P. to any of my future brokering any deals in Saudi Arabia in the future.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just get loads of deals for Messi now.
Yeah. If you were going to do something in football other than be a player, what would you want to? I think you'd be a good agent.
Yeah, I'd probably like to try something like that.
Because you could slick the hair back and all that. And go for a Patrick Bateman look.
Yeah. I've always had the same agent pretty much my whole career as well. So I've never had like bad experiences with agents. Like it's not putting me off being an agent. Yeah. And I know what a good agent is. So
right. Is your agent Irish?
No, Scottish. Scottish. John Ingalls, do you remember him? Played for Aberdeen.
Blonde hair?
No.
All right.
What's so funny?
Just his wild stab in the dark.
No, he's completely bald.
What if he actually was?
Because I thought it was that guy, but it's not him. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, him anyway. You might not want to be associated with this.
Bleep, bleep.
Unless he wants to sponsor the pod. Yeah, I think the TikTok with Sai was kind of rushed a bit. I could see he wasn't into it. He didn't really want much part to play in it, so I felt like felt a bit rushed doing it.
Have you posted it?
Not yet.
What was it?
It was
I can't remember.
that's how good it was. It was
Wait, I edited the podcast yesterday.
The amount of times we don't remember anything from it. I'll have it here. It was about tax. Footballers and
That's
sports
right.
stars
Yeah.
should be exempt from paying tax.
We've got a couple of whoppers coming on. That'll be good.
Yeah. So I think that's enough to. How long is that?
I mean, this section's been half an hour, and I think the last section was like 15 minutes,
20 minutes,
something
maybe.
like that. Aye,
I didn't think I'd guess.
45.
My math's bad there.
Our friendship is
Actually, yeah,
growing
45.
stronger.
Oh, could go along. Yeah, that's what I mean. We're more natural and just hanging. Just three fellas hanging, shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
I love that saying, shooting the breeze.
Shooting the breeze. How was your leg anyway, by the way?
I just looked at your latest TikTok about the being vegan caused your injury, and one of the top comments is, "This guy's the reason that there's warning labels on bleach."
Yeah.
Shout out to Mulo2744 on TikTok.
What are you laughing at?
Superb. Are we wrapping up?
What were you? Darren was asking about my foot. My foot's good. Getting back there.
Yeah.
Can walk. I'm starting to walk relatively normal now. So
Yeah.
soon back golfing.
What about training?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. Recently, the last week, got into chess.
Okay.
I'll get you a
Silence.
game of chess.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've never played someone. I've only played on my phone.
I'll play with you.
Are you good at it then? Yeah.
I used to be good. I've not played in years. I used to be in the chess team in school.
Oh wow,
Won a couple of medals.
wow.
But then my mind is clearly melted now. So I need a couple of warm-up games.
Not sure if you would with me. I got hooked into playing online last night to like, there's different modes you can play. So you can play like a really fast one. You can play one that's a minute. And it's pretty much just like, it's hard to describe. It's, a minute.
You've got a minute. And
I've
then
been checkmated in a minute. Chessy Dan.
By
I
the
bet you
computer?
he's amazing at it, by the way. I know a couple of football players and they're shit or hot at anything they try. Like, I won't name the guy.
But I
'cause
wouldn't put chess into that category.
It usually involves a ball, like snooker,
Yeah.
golf,
Something with
like
their
you get
body
these-
and-
aye. I don't know about
I won't name the guy, right, but he used to be a football player, and I played him at Pro Ev a couple of times, and he was beating us like 10-2 and stuff.
Good at computer games, man. That was what was it? Tommy Gravison. So, like top 10 COD on the planet or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's urban myth.
About Tommy Gravison.
About Tommy being like, number 1 or 2 in the world in COD. I think it's an urban myth. Although it wouldn't put it past them to actually be there, but
Perpetuated
it just
by
seems one of
Sci-Fairy's
those
podcast.
just seems like one of those things where I'm like, I don't know.
It's so strange.
I mean, maybe I'm cynical because of my TikToking, but I tend to see a lot of stuff and just think, now I'm questioning everything.
Yeah, question everything.
Questioning everything.
Are you
Did
good
you
at
see
FIFA?
Huh?
Are you good at FIFA?
I used to be all right. And then during COVID, during lockdown in Poland, I think it might have been when I got COVID or was on lockdown or whatever, and I was playing it online and getting so frustrated playing it. I'd play it and I'd find myself like, it would put me in a bad mood for the rest of the day. And then I just cold turkeyed it, just stopped playing it, and haven't played it since in like 3 years or something. Life's never been better.
Were you just checking to see if Tommy Gravison was top?
I was Googling stuff about Gravison there.
Were you?
I just seen poker and that. He's good at poker.
Who?
Tommy.
Tommy.
Gravison.
Yeah. Apparently, like the whole Vegas story again. I don't believe it. I think that's just an internet. That wasn't Cyan them spreading the Las Vegas rumor. Remember the thing was going like he just quit, went to Las Vegas,
I made a
had
million
like
playing poker or
100 million or something,
Yeah.
married a Playboy
something.
model or something.
Is that not true?
I don't think so. I'm sure there's only like one source to that story.
Right.
I'm an expert at spreading false stories.
Misinformation.
I'll
Right.
get you a game of chess though.
Yeah. Thanks again, everyone, for listening and tuning in. Keep subscribing, liking, and buying stuff off Manscaped for me. Thanks very much. But only if you use code Sheriff Show.
Yes.
So thanks guys.
Thank you.